Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt something watching over you? Not with fear, but with peace. As though the stars themselves were keeping guard, whispering comfort into the dark. Tonight, as you rest your heart and quiet your mind, we'll reflect on one of the most beloved Psalms, Psalm 121. A gentle reminder that wherever you are, whatever burdens you carry, you are not unseen. The Lord watches over you, always. Before we begin, take a slow, deep breath. Let it fill your chest and exhale slowly. Feel the weight of the day soften. The noise of the world grow dim. You are safe here, surrounded by peace, held in divine stillness. If these quiet moments bring you comfort, if the stories and psalms help you find calm and rest, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share where you're listening from in the comments below. I'd love to know how your evening has been, and where in the world you are finding stillness tonight. Now, let us begin. The psalm begins with a question whispered from the soul. I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come? Oi. Imagine standing beneath the wide, endless sky. The air is cool. The earth beneath your feet feels solid, grounding you. You look toward the distant hills, dark against the fading light. They rise steady and strong, ancient in their silence. And in that quiet, you remember. Help does not come from the mountains themselves. It comes from the one who shaped them. The psalm continues, my help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Oi. These are words of trust, steady, certain, and sure. They tell us that the same God who placed the stars in their orbits and gave the sea its boundary is the same God who sees you right now. The one who keeps the galaxies in motion is the same one who guards your every step. You are never beyond his care, never outside his gaze. So tonight, as you lay down to rest, lift your thoughts as the psalmist did. Look upward, even in the dark. The hills, the heavens, the vast quiet above, they are reminders. Not of distance, but of closeness. For the Maker of all things has bent low to keep watch over you. He does not sleep. He does not forget. His eyes never close, his hands never falter. The one who made heaven and earth keeps you through every hour. Through the brightness of the day and the silence of the night. Through the moments you understand and the ones you never will. His presence is constant. His love, unbroken. Breathe in again. Slowly. Let the air fill your lungs. Feel the peace that begins to settle in. The Lord is near. The same voice that spoke light into darkness now speaks rest into your heart. You are seen. You are safe. You are loved. And as you exhale, let go of all that weighs you down. Every worry. Every lingering thought. Every fear that whispers when the world grows quiet. Lay it down in his keeping. For he neither slumbers nor sleeps. His watch over you is eternal. Now, close your eyes. Feel the slow rhythm of your breath. Let your soul be still. For the hills are steady. The stars are watching. And above all, the Lord Himself is keeping watch over you, over your rest, over your tomorrow. The night deepens, and the air grows softer. The world outside grows still, yet within that stillness there is motion, the gentle stirring of the wind, the slow shifting of the clouds, the rhythm of creation breathing around you. You can almost feel the heartbeat of the earth beneath you. Slow, steady, alive. In that quiet, the Psalm's words return, He will not let your foot be moved. Oi! Such a simple promise. But how it steadies the heart. The image is of a traveler walking a steep and winding path. Stones beneath the feet, shadows at the edge of sight. Yet there is a hand unseen, holding, guiding, keeping. Each step watched over. Each stumble caught. Each moment carried by one who never leaves. There are days when the path feels uncertain, when the climb feels too steep, when the road curves beyond what your eyes can see. But even there, especially there, He keeps your foot from slipping. You may tremble, but you will not fall. For the one who walks beside you does not grow weary. The psalm continues, He who keeps you will not slumber. Oi! Rest in that thought. The one who guards your life never grows tired, never turns away, never misses a single sigh that escapes your lips. While you sleep, He watches. While you dream, He keeps. And even in those restless hours when your heart cannot find peace, He whispers quiet over your spirit. Be still. You are safe. I am here. Oi! Imagine the hills again. The dark outline of their peaks against a star-filled sky. The faint light of the moon stretching across them. Everything still. Everything seen. Somewhere among those hills, a shepherd keeps watch through the night. His fire glows softly. His eyes stay open. He knows every sound of the wind, every rustle of the grass, every movement in the dark. And as He watches His flock, so the Lord watches you. More faithfully, more tenderly, more completely than any shepherd could. He does not blink at your weakness. He does not tire of your tears. He does not forget your name, nor the shape of your story. You are known fully, loved entirely, guarded constantly. Even when the world sleeps, heaven stays awake. The psalmist says, Behold, He who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Oi! These words are more than poetry. They are truth spoken through generations. The same God who kept the wandering nation through desert and storm, through fire and famine, is the same God keeping you now. His watch has no end. His care knows no distance. So, as the night surrounds you, let this truth settle deep. You are not alone. The unseen hand still holds. The unseen eyes still watch. The unseen love still guards your soul. Let that awareness soften every worry that lingers. Let it slow your heart's racing pace. Let it bring you rest. Outside your window, the stars hang motionless, silent witnesses to his keeping. Above every hill, over every home, his light watches. The same light that called the stars into being now watches over you. And as you breathe slowly, in and out, feel that peace begin to settle in your chest. It is the peace of being known, the peace of being kept, the peace of belonging fully to the one who never sleeps. Rest now. The Lord watches over you. The night is His, and so are you. The night holds steady, and peace begins to take root. Around you, everything seems wrapped in quiet, the walls, the air, even your thoughts. The world is hushed, as though creation itself is listening. Listening for the soft voice that has guided the faithful since the beginning. The Lord is your keeper. Oi. The words rise like a whisper in your heart. They do not rush. They do not command. They simply rest within you, sure, steady, and true. The Lord is your keeper. Not only the keeper of your days, but of your nights. Not only the protector of your body, but the guardian of your soul. He is the one who watches when no one else does. The one whose eyes never close, whose heart never drifts away. Think of the word keeper. It means the one who tends, who guards, who stays close. Like a shepherd with his flock. Like a mother watching over her child. Like the steady flame that never flickers out. That is who He is to you. He keeps you not because He must, but because He loves. And His love never fails. The psalm continues, "The Lord is your shade at your right hand." Oi. Picture yourself walking through the heat of day. The sun is strong, and the road stretches far ahead. Yet beside you, always near, there is a cool shadow. A gentle covering that shields you from the harshness of the world. You may not see it clearly, but you feel its presence. It moves as you move. It rests where you rest. That is how the Lord guards your life. Constant. Near. Unseen, yet deeply felt. In every place you go, in the brightness of joy or the dryness of trial, His protection stays with you. The sun will not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. Every hour, every breath, every heartbeat rests beneath His care. There are times when we wonder, does God truly see me? In the chaos of the world, when things unravel, when prayers seem unanswered. But the psalm tells us yes. He sees. He knows. He keeps watch even when the clouds hide the stars. For His keeping is not measured by what we feel. It is measured by who He is. And He is faithful. Imagine walking through the long road of your days. The path winds through laughter and sorrow, sunlight and storm. Yet over every hill, beneath every sky, his presence remains. Always near. Always enough. Sometimes, his keeping feels like strength, lifting you when you fall. Other times, it feels like stillness, holding you steady when you can't take another step. But always, always, it is love. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the still air around you. The quiet hum of life that continues even in silence. This is what divine watchfulness feels like. Gentle. Present. Unfailing. The Lord surrounds you the way morning light touches every corner of the earth. Softly, completely, tenderly. The psalm speaks of shade, a simple image, yet so full of meaning. Shade is protection, yes. But it is also peace. It is the cool breath that refreshes the weary. The pause in the heat. The gentle reminder that you are not exposed, not abandoned. Wherever you stand, there he is. At your right hand. Close enough to hear your thoughts. Close enough to know your sighs. Close enough to hold your heart steady when the world feels too much. And so, as the night deepens around you, rest in this truth. The Lord is near. His watch is not distant. His care is not occasional. You are under the shade of his love, under the keeping of his gaze, beneath the hand that never lets go. Breathe slowly. In. And out. Feel how still the world has become. Every sound softened. Every worry quieted. The same God who made heaven and earth is here, now. The same one who guards the stars keeps watch over you. Let that thought cradle you as you drift toward rest. You are kept. You are covered. You are seen. Always. The night has deepened into its quietest hour. That sacred stillness when even the wind seems to pause. The stars glow softly above, like silent sentinels keeping watch with God himself. The air feels cool and gentle against your skin, and your breath moves slowly, in and out. You are surrounded by peace. The psalm continues to unfold its promise. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. Oi! It is a verse that speaks to the heart of human fear, the fear of harm, of uncertainty, of being unguarded when the world feels too large. But these words come like a lullaby from heaven. They remind you that there is no moment, no hour, no corner of your life left unprotected. By day, when the sun burns bright and the noise of life surrounds you, his hand shades you. When you rise to work, to speak, to walk through the weight of the world, his presence walks beside you. When you are weary from all that must be done, he steadies you. When others overlook you, he sees you. When the light is too harsh, he softens it. And when the path feels too long, he shortens it with his grace. Then, when night falls, when the world grows still and the quiet feels heavy, the same promise remains. nor the moon by night. Oi. Even in the darkness, when shadows stretch long and fears whisper softly at the edges of your thoughts, His light surrounds you. You are not alone in the dark. The same God who kept you through the day keeps you through the night. Imagine the landscape around you. The hills are silver beneath the moonlight. The fields are calm, their barley swaying gently in the night breeze. All creation rests under the same watchful gaze. The stars trace their slow paths across the sky, and time itself feels like it is breathing, slow, steady, peaceful. That is how God's watch feels. Constant, but never hurried. Still, but never absent. There is a comfort in knowing that His keeping is not divided by hours. The sun and the moon, the bright and the dim, all belong to Him. He reigns over the light and the darkness alike. And so He reigns over every season of your heart. The joyful ones. The uncertain ones. The ones when faith feels bright, and the ones when hope feels dim. He does not guard you from afar. He is beside you, closer than breath, watching not only your steps, but the places your thoughts wander. The quiet corners of your soul where worry hides, He touches with peace. The weariness that settles unseen beneath your smile, He lifts gently. The prayers you don't have words for, He hears them before they reach your lips. Close your eyes for a moment and let the rhythm of these truths settle in. The day and the night. The seen and the unseen. The loud and the quiet. All of them rest under His care. You are never outside His reach. You are never beyond His keeping. Not when the world burns with sunlight, not when it hides under the veil of night. For He who made both watches you through them all. Let that thought ease the last of the tension from your shoulders. Let your breath lengthen. Let your heart slow. You are safe, not because the night is empty of trouble, but because it is filled with His presence. The moonlight is soft upon the fields. The air hums faintly with life at rest. And above you, unseen but near, the keeper of Israel, the same keeper who guarded David, who guided Ruth, who watched over generations before you, keeps watch still. So rest easy under His gaze. The same God who paints the sunrise will wake you in the morning. The same hands that cradle the stars cradle you tonight. And as you drift deeper into peace, remember, you are not forgotten. You are not unguarded. The Lord Himself watches over you. Always. The night lies deep now, hushed and tender. The air outside your window carries only soft sounds, the faint stir of leaves, the whisper of the wind, the breathing of the earth as it rests. Inside, the lamp's glow has dimmed, and its light flickers gently against the walls, like the steady heartbeat of peace. You are safe here. The Psalm's promise continues, the Lord shall preserve you from all evil, He shall preserve your soul. Oi. These are not just words written long ago. They are living, breathing truth, meant for this very moment. The same God who spoke them still speaks them now. The same protection that wrapped around his people still surrounds you tonight. To preserve. It means to guard, to keep, to hold safe against harm. It means that nothing, not fear, not darkness, not sorrow, can reach you without passing first through his love. You are encircled. Not by walls of stone or strength of man, but by the nearness of God himself. He does not send angels in his place. He comes in person. The Lord preserves you, not from afar, but within the very breath you breathe. He guards your mind from the lies that whisper in quiet moments. He steadies your heart when the world feels uncertain. He shelters your soul, where your truest self lives, that quiet place within you that yearns for peace. It is there, in that inner stillness, that his keeping is most tender. He holds not just your body, but your being. The seen and the unseen. The fragile and the strong. All of you. Imagine now that you are standing at the edge of the hills again. The stars stretch wide and endless above you. Their light falls across the land, soft and silver. The path before you glows faintly beneath the moon, winding through the fields like a ribbon of promise. You take a step, and another, and you realize you are not alone. There, beside you, a quiet presence. Not loud, not showy, not distant. Just near. Always near. The Lord himself walking beside you. His shadow mingling with yours, his light resting on your path. When your steps falter, he steadies you. When the ground feels uneven, he gives you balance. When fear rises like a wave, he whispers, "Peace, be still." Oi. You can rest, because he does not. You can sleep, because he never will. You can trust, because his keeping does not depend on your strength. His faithfulness is not fragile. It does not shift with the wind or fade with time. It is older than the mountains, stronger than the sea, softer than mercy itself. And so, when you close your eyes tonight, let this thought become your prayer. Lord, keep my soul. Oi. Simple. Honest. Enough. Let that prayer rise like incense into the dark. Let it settle over you like the gentlest blanket of light. The one who keeps the stars in place keeps your soul with greater care. The world outside may move and change, but you are held within a stillness that cannot be shaken. The keeper of your soul neither slumbers nor turns away. His watch is gentle. His protection perfect. His love endless. Breathe in this peace. Feel it settle deep within you. You are known. You are kept. You are preserved. Not for a moment. Not for a season. But for all time. Every breath you take, every dream you drift into, is covered by his grace. As your thoughts begin to fade into the rhythm of sleep, let the Psalm's truth whisper through your heart. The Lord shall preserve you from all evil, he shall preserve your soul. Oi. and in that promise, rest. Without fear, without striving, without doubt, the Lord watches over you. Through this night, through every dawn that follows, now and forevermore. The night continues in its quiet rhythm. The stars shimmer like thoughts of heaven scattered across the sky. The air is cool, calm, unhurried. You breathe it in slowly. Feel the stillness settling deeper, soft, peaceful, steady. The psalm whispers again, "The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in." Simple words. Yet behind them lies a truth vast enough to hold every heartbeat of your life. Each step you take, each door you open, each path you cross, all of it watched, all of it guided. The world around you moves with endless motion. People rise, travel, work, and return home. Seasons change. Years pass like clouds drifting through the sky. Yet above all of it, the same gentle presence remains. The Lord who keeps watch neither blinks nor turns away. He watches you in your going out, when you wake, when you move, when you face what waits beyond your threshold. And He watches you in your coming in, when you return, weary or content, full of words or wrapped in silence. Both movements, both directions, sacred in His sight. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of your home at dawn. The light is pale, still stretching over the horizon. You take your first step into the day. Perhaps you carry worries about what lies ahead. Perhaps you carry hope. But before you go far, remember this: you do not walk alone. The Lord walks before you, unseen but near. He knows every street, every hill, every place your foot will touch. He prepares the way quietly, smoothing stones you'll never see, protecting you from what you'll never know. And when you return, when the sun dips low and the evening draws near, He waits at the door, ready to greet you with peace. This is the rhythm of divine keeping. Not just in great miracles or shining moments, but in the small and steady patterns of life. The opening and closing of doors. The start and end of days. The quiet constancy of being held by one who never lets go. Let your mind wander now to the hills once more. You see them as the psalmist did, tall, unchanging, silent against the horizon. They are witnesses to every journey, every generation. Their shadows stretch across the earth as the sun moves, yet they never fall. They stand because the Maker who shaped them also shaped you. The same strength that keeps the mountains standing keeps your soul steady. The same breath that moves through the valleys moves through you. When you go out into the world, into the noise, the tasks, the unknowns, His presence surrounds you like light. When you come in, to rest, to stillness, to the safety of night, His presence enfolds you like the darkness that softens every sound. There is no boundary between those two places. Only His constant care. Take a deep breath. In and out. Feel it, the quiet rhythm that mirrors the psalm itself. The going out and the coming in. the inhale and exhale. Life moving within the care of God. Every moment held between His hands. Sometimes, you may feel as though your life is scattered, too many paths, too many worries, too much to hold. But His keeping does not waver. It does not weaken when you wander. His watch extends beyond your understanding. Whether your journey leads through light or through shadow, His presence follows, tender and sure. So, as the night deepens, let your spirit rest in this simple truth. You are never without His eyes upon you. Never outside His keeping. From your first breath to your last, from sunrise to sunset, from this time forth and forevermore. The Lord preserves your steps. You're going out. And you're coming in. You're rising. And you're resting. And as the stars shimmer quietly above, their light steady and eternal, let them remind you. You are known. You are held. You are safe beneath His gaze. Always watched. Always loved. The hours of the night drift on. Slow. Peaceful. Each moment folding gently into the next. The air outside hums softly with the rhythm of the earth, a quiet song that only silence can hear. Within this calm, the psalm continues to breathe life into the stillness. The Lord is your keeper. Oi! These words echo again, steady and timeless. They are not just a promise for one moment, they are an identity for all time. The Lord is your keeper. Not was, not will be, but is, now, here, in this very breath. He is the one who watches when your eyes close, who stands guard when your mind drifts into dreams, who listens to the quiet thoughts you never speak. You may not always sense His nearness. Sometimes, it feels as though He is far. But distance is an illusion. The truth is closer than your own heartbeat. His keeping is not loud or visible. It is gentle. Like air. Like warmth. Like the slow rise of dawn that never fails to arrive. Think of how the sun appears each morning. You do not hear it. You do not see it rushing to meet you. It simply appears. Faithful, quiet, sure. That is how His presence moves in your life. Even when night covers the sky, the sun still exists beyond the horizon. And even when you feel alone, His watch continues, unseen, unbroken, unwavering. The psalm says, "The Lord is your shade at your right hand." Oi! Close your eyes and picture that. The shade, not distant, not cold, but near. Close enough to touch. When the heat of the day presses upon you. When the burden feels too heavy. His shadow rests gently beside you. He is the calm in the glare, the coolness in the strain. Not removing the sun, but softening its weight. This is how God keeps you, not always by taking away the hardship, but by staying with you through it. You are never unprotected, never unaccompanied. You walk beneath his shadow. You rest beneath his wings. His keeping is not fragile, not conditional. It does not depend on how strong your faith feels tonight. It depends only on who he is. Now, imagine the road before you. Long, winding, familiar yet full of mystery. Every turn leads you deeper into life. Sometimes the road glows golden under sunlight. Sometimes it stretches through mist and shadow. But always, the same presence walks beside you. Sometimes speaking. Sometimes silent. Always near. You are the traveler. He is the keeper. You take steps. He steadies them. You breathe. He sustains it. You sleep. He guards that rest like treasure. You wake. He rises with you. Take a slow breath now. Let it fill your chest. Let it remind you of his nearness. You are never unseen. Never left to walk alone. Even in silence, his keeping continues. The Lord is your keeper. The one who shaped the mountains keeps your steps steady upon them. The one who placed the stars watches your nights as closely as he formed them. The one who stretched the heavens above you shelters your heart within his care. And as you rest, remember, every night he keeps you, every dawn he calls you forward. His love spans both. His presence fills both. And his keeping never ends. Let the rhythm of those words settle deep in your soul. You are kept. You are covered. You are watched. Always. The night drifts onward, calm and weightless. The stars seem to breathe, their light pulsing like the heartbeat of heaven. You can almost feel the quiet hand of God upon the world, steady, unseen, tender. And within that vast stillness, your heart begins to rest. The psalm speaks again through the hush, "The Lord shall preserve your life." Oi! These are words to hold close. Words that reach deeper than the surface of things. They do not simply promise survival. They promise care for the soul, the deepest, most hidden part of you. The part that longs to be known, to be safe, to be whole. To preserve your life. It means that nothing in this world can undo what he has spoken over you. It means that every breath you take exists within his keeping. Every moment, bright or broken, is seen and redeemed. You are not held together by chance. You are held by choice. By love. By a keeping that began before you were born and will outlast every storm. Think for a moment of the way the ocean moves. The waves rise and fall. The tide comes and goes. Yet beneath the surface, deep below where light cannot reach, the water is still. Steady. Ancient. That is how his preservation works. On the surface, life changes, people come and go, days turn into years, joy and sorrow trade places. But underneath, His keeping never moves. His love remains constant. His presence steady. You may have known moments when your strength felt gone, when your prayers seemed unanswered, when fear crept in quietly and sat beside you like a shadow. Yet here you are, still breathing, still standing, still being kept. Not because you held on perfectly, but because He never let go. Even in the places where you thought you were alone, His hand was beneath you. Even when your heart broke, His love wrapped around the pieces. The Lord preserves your life. Not just the span of your years, but the essence of who you are. Every thought, every dream, every ache, every hope. He guards the flame within you when the world grows cold. He shelters your joy from the winds of sorrow. He watches over your heart, your mind, your spirit. The very breath that keeps you alive belongs to Him, and He treasures it. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine His presence around you, not as something distant, but as air itself. It touches you gently. It fills the room quietly. It surrounds every heartbeat, every thought. There is nowhere you could go that would be beyond it. You are immersed in His keeping like a drop in the ocean. Safe within something endless. Loved within something eternal. Sometimes we think of God's care as protection from harm. But often, it is something deeper. It is the way He transforms the pain we do encounter. The way He brings purpose from it, strength through it, peace beyond it. His preservation does not mean the absence of storms, it means the presence of one who calms them. He preserves your life, every beginning, every turning, every ending. You are the traveler, but He is the compass. You are the breath, but He is the air. You are the song, but He is the rhythm that holds it together. Let this truth settle into you like slow rain. You are not fragile in His hands. You are steady. You are seen. You are protected by something greater than fear. You are kept by love itself. So as the night deepens, and your body grows heavy with rest, know that even as you sleep, His keeping continues. Your breath steady. Your heart quiet. Your soul safe. For the Lord preserves your life. Now and always. The night moves gently toward its middle. The air is cool and still, carrying with it the faint hum of unseen life. Somewhere in the distance, a breeze sighs through the trees, brushing the leaves like a quiet prayer. The stars above remain, patient, unblinking, witnesses to a truth older than time. You are safe. You are watched. You are loved. The psalm continues to echo softly, a whisper meant to be felt more than heard. The Lord will keep you. Oi. It is not a fleeting promise, nor a poetic phrase meant to comfort only for a moment. It is an eternal vow. A steady hand that guides every step on the long road of faith. Life itself is a journey, winding, uncertain, yet sacred in every turn. There are stretches of the road where joy flows easily. The light is warm, the air full of laughter. And there are stretches where shadows fall across the path, where silence lingers longer than you expected, where hope feels thin. But whether the path is bright or dim, your keeper does not leave. He walks beside you through both sun and shadow. His steps align with yours. His gaze never turns away. When the way is clear, he rejoices with you. When it grows steep, he strengthens you. When you pause to rest, he stands guard. And when you fall, as every traveler does, he kneels beside you, not to condemn, but to lift. Faith is not about walking without stumbles. It is about knowing who walks beside you when you do. The Lord keeps you. Every mile, every hour, every unseen moment when your heart whispers for help. His keeping is not conditional, it is continuous. It does not fade when your steps falter. It deepens. Imagine the road stretching before you. Quiet, silver in the starlight. The air smells of earth and dew. You walk slowly, your feet pressing softly against the soil. Each step a rhythm of trust. Each breath a quiet act of surrender. The hills rise around you like arms of protection. The sky bends close. And though you cannot see him, you know, he is there. Watching. Guiding. Guarding. The journey of faith is not rushed. It moves like the seasons. It grows quietly, unfolding in God's time. There are moments of motion and moments of stillness, but both belong to him. He keeps watch over your steps when you move, and he keeps your heart at rest when you wait. Every pause, every prayer, every silent longing is part of the path he has marked. And the beautiful mystery is this: while you walk toward him, he has already surrounded you. You are never moving alone. Even when you cannot see where the road leads, his presence is already there, ahead of you, behind you, and beside you. He keeps your path from unraveling. He keeps your spirit from despair. He keeps your soul from being lost to the noise of the world. Take a slow, steady breath. Feel your heart calm again. Let every thought that presses on you tonight drift away like mist. You do not have to figure out the road. You only need to remember who keeps it. Your steps belong to him. Your story belongs to him. Every road you walk, every turn, every pause, is known. The psalm is not a map. It is a song for the traveler. A lullaby for the heart that still believes, even when the way feels long. It does not promise that the path will be easy. It promises that you will never walk it alone. And so, as the night deepens and the stars continue their silent watch, rest in this truth. The Lord keeps you on the road of faith. Each step is seen. Each breath is loved. Each heartbeat is guarded by the one who called you forth and will bring you home. Rest now, traveler of grace. The keeper of your journey is near. His light, like the moon above the hills, will guide you, softly, faithfully, forever. The night grows deeper now, its silence thick and tender. The world around you feels suspended, as though time itself is holding its breath. The faint sound of the wind hums softly through the open air, and somewhere in the distance a lone bird stirs, a reminder that life, even in darkness, continues under God's quiet care. And yet, there are nights when peace does not come easily. When fear, small and whispering, begins to move through the stillness. Fear does not always shout. Sometimes it comes softly, in the shape of a memory, a worry, a question left unanswered. It slips through the cracks of the heart, hoping to be believed. But even in those moments, Psalm 121 speaks. It does not scold the fearful heart. It comforts it. The Lord is your keeper. Oi. The same words, repeated. As though God knew we would need to hear them again and again. Especially when fear begins to whisper. He is your keeper. Even when your faith feels small. Even when the world grows uncertain. Even when you cannot see the way ahead. Fear says, you are alone. Oi. Faith answers, no, I am kept. Oi. Fear says, you may fall. Oi. Faith replies, the Lord steadies my steps. Oi. Fear says, this night is too long. Oi. Faith whispers, the keeper of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. Oi. You do not have to silence every fear. You only have to remember the one who speaks louder than them. He does not dismiss your worry. He draws near to it. Like a parent kneeling beside a trembling child, he speaks peace into the trembling. Be still. You are safe. I am watching. Oi. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself standing beneath the vast night sky. The stars are scattered like sparks of hope across the darkness. The air is cool and still. The hills rise around you, tall, unmoving, ancient. They do not tremble before the night. They do not fear the shadows. They simply stand. Because they know the one who made them still holds them together. And so it is with you. You are held together, not by strength, not by certainty, but by love. Love that does not change when fear arrives. Love that does not withdraw when faith wavers. Love that stands taller than the hills and deeper than the valleys. When fear whispers, remember this, it is not the end of faith. It is an invitation to trust. Even the psalmist, when he lifted his eyes to the hills, began with a question. From where does my help come? Oi. Questions do not drive God away. They draw him closer. Because when you ask, he answers. Not always with words. Sometimes with presence. Sometimes with peace. Sometimes with a silence that feels like arms wrapped around you in the dark. The Lord is your keeper. He keeps your mind from drowning in worry. He keeps your heart from breaking beneath its own weight. He keeps your spirit alive, even when the world feels heavy. His keeping does not promise the absence of fear. It promises that fear will never have the final word. So breathe deeply now. Feel the stillness that has wrapped around you. You are not alone in the night. The same God who keeps the stars from falling keeps your soul from slipping. The same hands that hold the universe steady are holding you. You can rest. You can trust. Even here. Even now. The Keeper watches. The light remains. The darkness cannot overcome it. And as you exhale, feel that peace spreading slowly through your chest. Every anxious thought dissolving. Every heavy weight lifted. For the Lord, your keeper, your shade, your shelter, is near. Always near. The night moves gently onward, its quiet stretching far beyond the walls of where you rest. There is a stillness now, not empty, but full. Full of presence. Full of peace. It feels as though creation itself is whispering the psalm with you. The Lord is your keeper, the Lord is your shade at your right hand. Oi. These are not distant words from long ago. They are alive, breathing softly in this very moment. The same Lord who kept Israel in the wilderness, who shaded them from the desert sun, who guided them through dry places, who fed them when the earth held no food, keeps you still. His protection is not a memory. It is a living promise. Imagine that ancient people, the weary travelers beneath a blazing sky. The sun heavy upon their shoulders. The road long, uncertain. Yet above them, unseen but near, the cloud of God's presence moved. A covering of mercy, stretching wide across their path. When the sun burned fierce, he became their shade. When the night grew cold, he became their fire. Always there. Always enough. That same keeper watches over you. The God of Israel, eternal, unchanging, tender in his strength. The one who led his people out of bondage, who parted seas, who whispered to prophets, who wrapped himself in light, that same God bends low tonight. He watches over your rest. He knows your name. He knows your thoughts before they rise. And he holds them gently, as one would hold something precious and small. It's easy to believe that his care belongs to the past, to saints, to kings, to prophets. But the psalm is not written only for them. It is written for you. For this very breath. For this quiet hour when the world is asleep and your soul reaches for reassurance. He is not far off in the heavens. His keeping is not delayed until morning. It is happening now. His eyes are on you, tender and kind. His hand covers you, firm and gentle. His heart beats near yours, in rhythm with your breathing. There is no space too small for his presence. No hour too late for his mercy. No distance too great for his watchful care. You could walk to the ends of the earth and still find his shadow there, moving with you, surrounding you. Take a slow breath. Inhale the peace that fills the room. Exhale the worry that no longer belongs to you. Feel the nearness of the one who guarded Israel's journey through centuries. The same one who guards your own path now. Not out of obligation, but out of love. Pure, unbroken love. He has kept watch through generations, through every rise and fall, through deserts and seas, through kingdoms and nights. And tonight, his gaze has not turned away. The same hands that carried his people carry you. The same faithfulness that guarded their camp guards your heart. Let that thought settle deep. You are part of a story that began before you were born. A story of keeping. A story of covenant love. You are being watched over by the same God who wrote light into darkness, who promised never to leave, who still whispers through the silence. You are mine, and I am keeping you. Oi. So as the night deepens, let your thoughts become simple again. No need to worry about tomorrow. No need to solve what only time will heal. Just breathe. Rest. Remember, the Lord who kept Israel keeps you still. And his keeping, steady, ancient, tender, will not end with the night. When the dawn returns, it will find him watching still. The hours pass gently, the air deep with quiet. Outside, the wind has softened to stillness. The world rests beneath the weight of its own peace. The night feels endless, yet kind, like the steady breathing of God himself, watching, keeping, guarding. The psalm lives still in this silence. The Lord shall preserve you from all evil. Oi. Not just some. Not a few things. All. Every darkness that seeks to steal your peace. Every unseen shadow that tries to reach your heart. Every whisper of fear, every wound of the past, every doubt that hides in the quiet corners of your mind. All of it. Watched. Covered. Redeemed. There is a truth here, tender and deep. God's keeping does not mean you will never face hardship. It means that evil will never have the power to define you. That sorrow will not own your story. That pain will never speak the final word over your life. For the Lord himself, not an angel, not a symbol, not a distant idea, the Lord himself stands watch between you and the darkness. His presence is a shield. His peace, a boundary. His love, an unbreakable wall of light. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture that, his light surrounding you. It does not blind. It soothes. It rests softly around you like the glow of dawn before sunrise. In that glow, every fear begins to lose its shape. Every worry fades into something small. Because nothing, not even the night, can pass through that light without becoming transformed by it. When the psalm says, "He shall preserve you from all evil," it is not a promise of avoidance. It is a promise of endurance, of victory. of a love so complete that even what was meant to harm you becomes something that heals. Evil does not disappear, but under his keeping, it loses its power. It cannot destroy. It cannot undo what he has spoken. For you are held by the same hands that shaped the stars. The same voice that said, "Let there be light," still speaks light over you now. Imagine again the traveler walking beneath the sky. The road stretches far. The night is vast. But above him, a light burns unseen, not from the moon, not from the stars, but from within the heart of heaven. It follows his steps. It shields him without sound or effort. When shadows rise at the edges of the path, they cannot cross that line of light. When fear creeps near, it fades before it finds him. That is what divine keeping looks like. Quiet, complete, unshakable. And you, too, walk in that same light. You may not see it, but it surrounds you even now. It moves through the air you breathe. It rests in the rhythm of your heartbeat. It glows softly in every act of grace that has touched your life. His light does not only protect, it transforms. It changes the meaning of everything that has ever hurt you. Under his keeping, even what once felt heavy becomes a testimony of how deeply you are loved. So breathe again. Slowly. Let that truth settle. You are not at the mercy of evil. You are held within mercy itself. You are not surrounded by darkness. You are surrounded by the one who called light out of it. You are not defined by the storms you faced. You are defined by the hands that carried you through them. Every sigh, every tear, every moment that once felt too much. He has seen it all. And he has said, "You are safe. Oi. The Lord shall preserve you from all evil." It is not a hope. It is not a wish. It is a certainty. The night itself bears witness. For even here, in the deepest quiet, his light is near. Surrounding you. Protecting you. Keeping you whole. Rest in that light tonight. Let it wrap you gently. Let it ease every shadow from your heart. For the one who watches does not lose sight, and the one who guards never grows weary. The night has reached its stillest hour, that sacred midpoint where the world seems to pause between breaths. Outside, everything is wrapped in quiet. The stars hang unmoving in the dark, each one a flicker of ancient promise. The hills lie deep in shadow, but their shapes remain sure, steady, unafraid. And in this vast calm, the psalm continues to whisper, "He shall preserve your soul." Oi! The soul. The very center of who you are. Not the part that others see or understand, but the secret space within, the place of longing, of memory, of unseen strength. That quiet room of the heart where your truest self lives. That is what he keeps. It is easy to guard what can be touched. To close a door, to lock a gate, to to protect what is visible. But the Lord guards what no one else can reach. The thoughts that rise before dawn. The pain that hides behind your laughter. The quiet fears you never name aloud. These are the treasures He watches most closely. His keeping is intimate. It does not stop at the skin. It moves deeper, into the soul. There are moments when the soul feels fragile. When the weight of life presses inward, and your strength seems to fade from the inside out. Yet even there, beneath the ache, His presence holds. You may feel like you are unraveling, but in His hands, you are being remade. The thread that feels like it is breaking is being rewoven into something eternal. The Lord preserves your soul. He does not let despair consume it. He does not let darkness dwell there long. His love moves through you like light through stained glass, transforming every shadow into color. What the world calls broken, He calls beautiful. What the world calls lost, He calls found. Think for a moment of the stars above you. Each one burns because it draws its light from within. Even surrounded by darkness, it does not stop shining. So it is with the soul that belongs to God. His Spirit within you is your flame. It cannot be extinguished. It may flicker, yes. It may waver in the wind. But the keeper of your soul does not allow it to go out. His breath sustains it. His love feeds it. His hand shields it. When your faith feels small, He guards the spark until it grows again. When your heart feels heavy, He bears the weight with you. When your hope feels gone, He keeps it safe until you're ready to hold it again. That is the keeping of the soul. Not distant, not cold, but personal, gentle, constant. You can rest tonight knowing that the deepest part of you, the part no one else can see, the part that even you do not always understand, is held in perfect safety. Nothing can separate it from His care. Not time, not failure, not fear, not the shadows of the past or the uncertainty of tomorrow. For your soul belongs to Him, and He does not lose what He loves. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the peace that comes from being known completely. No secrets. No hiding. Just you, simple, small, and seen. The Lord looks upon your soul not with judgment, but with joy. You are His creation, His reflection, His beloved. Let that truth rest deep within you. Beneath thought, beneath feeling. Let it settle like calm water. The Lord preserves your soul. He has from the beginning. He will until the end. And even beyond the end. His keeping will continue. So breathe softly. Rest fully. You are safe in ways you cannot yet imagine. You are guarded in places no darkness can touch. You are whole, because He keeps you whole. And even as you sleep, the keeper of your soul does not. He watches. He blesses. He loves. Always. The night has grown heavy with quiet. It's the kind of stillness that feels alive, sacred, gentle, almost weightless. The air no longer moves. Even the trees outside stand unmoving, their branches resting like hands folded in prayer. The world sleeps, yet heaven stays awake. And within that silence, the psalm breathes again. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in. There is something tender in those words. So ordinary. So human. Yet filled with the touch of eternity. You're going out. You're coming in. The small, everyday rhythm of a soul in motion. The steps you take beyond the safety of home, and the steps that lead you back again. The Lord keeps both. Each morning, when you rise and move into the world, into light, into sound, into all that waits beyond, He walks with you. You may not see His hand, but you will see its traces. The gentle timing of moments. The mercy that meets you in unexpected places. The strength that appears just when you begin to fade. These are His footprints beside yours. And when you return, when the day is done, and the noise fades, and your body longs for rest, He follows you home. Not as a distant watcher, but as one who enters with you. His peace fills the doorway before you cross it. His presence turns the ordinary walls into sanctuary. His love makes the familiar sacred. It's easy to forget how much of life happens in these simple crossings. Going out. Coming in. Moments we rarely notice. Yet each one, the psalm says, is guarded. Each step, watched. Each return, welcomed. There is no place you can go where His keeping does not go with you. No return too late for His light to meet you. Imagine now that you are standing before your home at twilight. The last warmth of the sun fades across the hills. The air is cool, touched by the scent of earth after heat. You can feel the shift between day and night. That tender in-between space where all of creation exhales. That's where this promise lives. Between the going and the coming. Between movement and rest. Between effort and surrender. He stands there, the keeper of your steps. Watching. Guiding. Blessing. And in that space, something within you begins to understand. Life itself is a rhythm of departure and return. Of seeking and finding. Of working and resting. But in every rhythm, there is a steady pulse, His presence. The sound beneath every sound. The stillness beneath every motion. The love that fills every space you enter and every one you leave. Take a slow breath. In. And out. Feel how your body loosens. Feel the day releasing its hold. You are being carried into rest, but not alone. He watches this transition. You're going into sleep, you're coming into morning. The Lord keeps watch over both. His protection does not pause. His gaze does not waver. Think of how the sun rises without effort. How dawn follows night as though guided by unseen hands. So it is with His keeping. Seamless, certain, faithful. Even as you rest, His work continues, guarding what is behind you, preparing what lies ahead. And when morning comes, as it always will, He will be waiting. The same God who watched over the night will greet the dawn with you. You will go out again. You will come in again. And through it all, His keeping will remain. So as you lie here now, between the world of waking and the world of dreams, let your soul breathe deeply. You are covered. You are surrounded. You are kept. In your going out. In your coming in. In your sleeping. In your waking. The Lord is here. Always. Forever. The night deepens into a softer kind of quiet. The air feels thick with peace, like a blanket drawn over creation. You can almost hear the earth resting, the hush between heartbeats, the pause between breaths. Everything slows. Everything yields. And within that stillness, the psalm continues to echo. The Lord shall preserve your soul. Oi! The soul. That sacred mystery within you. The part that dreams and grieves. The part that longs for home even when surrounded by comfort. The part that remembers heaven even when walking the earth. That is the part He keeps most gently. The world knows how to care for the body, for the surface of things. But only God knows how to tend what lives beneath. The soul, fragile, eternal, invisible, is His most careful work. He tends it as a gardener tends his most precious flower. Not rushing, not forcing, just watching, nourishing, waiting for the quiet bloom. There are days when your soul feels restless, when thoughts run like water that will not still, when the weight of the world seems to press against the walls of your spirit. But even then, He is near. He does not rush to silence the noise. Instead, He enters it. Slowly, tenderly, until even the noise begins to recognize His peace. The Lord keeps your soul not by building walls around it, but by filling it with Himself. Where there is fear, He breathes courage. Where there is sorrow, He plants hope. Where there is emptiness, He pours love. His keeping is not confinement. It is communion. A presence that does not trap you, but frees you to rest. Imagine for a moment your soul as a candle in the dark. The flame flickers gently, small but steady. The world around it shifts, winds rise, shadows move. Yet the flame endures. Because an unseen hand shields it. Because a breath steadies it. That is how He keeps you. Your light may tremble, but it will not go out, for it burns with something eternal. It burns with Him. When the psalm says, "He will preserve your soul," it means there is nothing that can touch the center of who you are without passing through the love of God first. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not your pain. You are the one whom God keeps, the one whose soul rests in His hands, the one who cannot be lost. Close your eyes for a moment. Let your breath fall into rhythm with this truth. The same God who shaped galaxies guards the quietest part of you. The same voice that calms the seas calms your inner storms. The same Spirit that hovered over the waters at creation now hovers gently over your soul. You are surrounded, within and without, covered in peace, saturated in light. Even now, as the night wraps itself around the earth, His keeping continues. The Lord guards your rest. He whispers calm into your dreams. He seals your heart in His mercy so that when morning comes, you rise not just rested, but renewed. The soul's keeper does not sleep. His love does not fade with the setting sun. The darkness cannot hide you from Him, nor can silence distance you. Wherever you are, within laughter or tears, within joy or waiting, your soul is safe. So let your spirit breathe freely tonight. No need to strive. No need to fix. Simply rest in the truth that you are already whole. You are already loved. You are already kept. For the Lord, the keeper of your soul, has not forgotten you. He never will. His watch is eternal. His love, endless. His keeping, unbroken. Sleep, then, in peace. Not as one uncertain, but as one preserved. As one known. As one surrounded by the God who watches forever. The night begins to lean toward its final hours. The darkness feels softer now, as if it has loosened its hold. The stars shimmer faintly, no longer sharp, but calm and kind. The first hint of dawn still sleeps below the horizon. And in that sacred in-between, the psalm breathes its quiet assurance once more. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. Oi! These words reach beyond the night. Beyond this single moment. They stretch into every tomorrow that will ever come. From this time forth. And forevermore. A love that does not fade with the seasons. A watch that does not end with the morning. A promise that does not break when the world changes. The Lord keeps you not only now, but always. His faithfulness is not something you visit, it is something you live within. Every breath, every heartbeat, every rise of the sun unfolds beneath His gaze. From your first cry to your final sigh, His keeping remains. Even when life moves faster than you can follow, His constancy holds steady like the horizon. Picture time itself as a river. The waters flow, past, present, future. Yet the hand of God rests upon it all. He sees where it began and where it ends. And you, a single drop carried along its current, are never lost to His sight. The Lord does not simply keep you in this hour, He keeps you across all of them. The whole of your life held like a thread woven through eternity. There is great peace in that thought. To know that His love does not grow tired of you. That His patience does not expire. That His mercy renews itself with each dawn as faithfully as breath returns after sleep. You cannot outlast His care. You cannot outwalk His presence. You cannot outrun His grace. For He moves through all of time to meet you in each moment. Take a slow breath. Feel how the night air has changed. It carries the faintest promise of morning, the scent of light not yet born. That is what forever feels like. Always approaching, always present, never ending. Just as dawn comes whether or not you see it, so His keeping holds you whether or not you feel it. He keeps your past, redeeming what has been broken, softening what was hard. He keeps your present, filling this quiet hour with peace and safety. He keeps your future, preparing blessings you cannot yet imagine. Every season is gathered into His care. Every beginning, every ending, every pause in between. From this time forth, and forevermore. It means that when you wake, His hand will still be over you. When you walk into a new day, His light will still guide you. When you reach the farthest edge of your strength, His strength will begin. There is no gap between His keeping and your need. So rest now in that endlessness. Let the words of the psalm settle deep, deeper than fear, deeper than thought. The Lord keeps you, not for a moment, but for all time. His eyes that watched the first dawn will watch the last. His heart that loved the first soul will love the last. And His hands that hold the stars will hold you forever. Breathe softly. Let your thoughts grow slow. You are being kept by the One who exists beyond the rising and the setting, beyond the ticking of hours, beyond every ending you can imagine. His keeping is not bound by time. It is the fabric that time itself is woven from. And so, as the night continues to fade toward morning, remember, you are not only watched over tonight, you are watched over always. From this time forth, and forevermore. The night has entered its tenderest silence. That moment before dawn when even the air seems to hold its breath. The world lies still, suspended between darkness and light. Somewhere, a bird stirs but does not sing yet. The stars begin to fade at their edges, retreating like watchmen who know their task is nearly done. And above it all, the psalm remains, quiet, steady, alive. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in, from this time forth, and forevermore. Oi! The words rest on the air like a blessing. They feel timeless, not something read, but something breathed into the soul. A promise still unfolding, even now. The Lord keeps you in the crossing of moments. The boundary between night and day. between yesterday and what's yet to come, between weariness and renewal. He stands at every threshold, watching, guarding, welcoming. There are so many thresholds in life. Some small, like the first step into a new morning. Some vast, like stepping into a new season of change. And some eternal, like the final crossing into His presence. Yet none of them are faced alone. For the same God who kept you in the beginning keeps you still. The same voice that said, "Let there be light," still whispers light over your path. Imagine now that you are standing at one of those thresholds. The night behind you, the faintest trace of dawn ahead. The ground beneath your feet cool, steady, real. You feel the pull of the day calling, the promise of new mercies waiting beyond the horizon. But before you step forward, you pause. You listen. And in that silence, you hear it. The softest assurance. I am here. I have been here all along. Oi. The words do not come from around you. They come from within you. The keeper's voice, low and certain. The voice that has walked with you through every fear, every joy, every shadow, every dawn. The same voice that spoke comfort into your ancestors speaks it now into your heart. You are not stepping into an uncertain future. You are stepping deeper into His keeping. Every dawn is proof of that faithfulness. The darkness never wins its hold over the world. No matter how long the night feels, the morning comes. It always comes. And when it does, it carries the quiet fingerprint of God's promise, that His watch never ended, that His love never slept. You may not see His hand at work in every moment, but the proof of His presence is in the rhythm of things. In the way peace returns after chaos. In the way light rises no matter how deep the dark. In the way your soul, though tired, still hopes. Still believes. Still breathes. That is preservation. That is divine keeping. The miracle of being sustained when you didn't know how. Take another slow breath. In. And out. Let the rhythm of that breath remind you of His faithfulness. Constant. Gentle. Without end. The same God who watched over the psalmist beneath ancient hills watches you now, wherever you are. The same eyes that saw the wandering shepherds, the weary prophets, the quiet saints, see you tonight. And they do not turn away. The first hint of color touches the horizon now. A faint silver glow, like grace returning to the edges of the world. The keeper's voice remains in the silence. I have watched through the night. I will watch through the day. From this time forth, and forevermore. Oi! The stars fade. The wind sighs through the hills. And as the first light breaks softly over the earth, it feels as though the whole world exhales with you. The long watch of the night complete. The promise kept. The heart at rest. The Lord has not left. He never will. His keeping moves with the dawn, just as it dwelt in the dark. From this time forth, and forevermore. The sky begins to pale at the edges. Night loosens its hold, and the first breath of morning brushes across the land. The stars grow faint, retreating like soft embers fading into light. A stillness lingers, not the silence of emptiness, but the calm of completion. It is as though all creation has paused to witness the gentle hand of God ushering in a new day. The Psalms promise breathes once more. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in, from this time forth, and even forevermore. Oi! And now, as the horizon brightens, those words unfold like dawn itself. They are not confined to the night, they live in the light too. They live in every moment where life begins again. The Lord does not only keep you when you sleep. He keeps you when you rise. When you take your first breath of the morning air. When you open your eyes to the soft colors of a world reborn. He is in the quiet between your thoughts. In the rhythm of your breathing. In the calm that meets you before the day begins. The same presence that watched through the night now walks with you into the light. The same God who guarded your dreams now guards your steps. You rise, not alone, but accompanied by the one who never left. The day is new, yet he is not new to it. He has gone before you. He has already prepared the way. Every meeting, every moment, every unseen turn, he is there. Waiting with peace. Ready with grace. Take a slow breath as the morning air moves softly around you. The night has done its work. It has rested your soul, quieted your mind, and reminded you of what has always been true. You are kept. You are held. You are never beyond his reach. As light spreads across the hills, imagine its warmth on your skin. The sun rises not in haste but with gentle certainty. The same light that touches the mountains touches you. The same hands that hung the sun in the sky lift you into the day. His keeping is not limited to safety. It is abundance. It is life itself. The Lord who guarded your rest now breathes purpose into your waking. And yet, even as the day begins, his keeping remains quiet. It does not demand. It simply surrounds. Like the light you cannot feel until you step into it. Like the warmth that meets you when you open the door. That is his presence. Not loud, not distant, but constant. Think of the road before you, familiar paths and unknown turns. Each one already blessed. Each one already held within his sight. The hills that once looked far away are now softened in the glow of dawn. Their shadows no longer loom, they rest. And you, too, rest, even as you move, even as you begin. He will preserve your going out, your courage, your effort, your steps into the world. He will preserve your coming in, your return, your rest, your heart at the end of each day. He will preserve your soul, in every breath between the two. From this time forth, and forevermore. The words are not a line in a psalm, they are the heartbeat of eternity. They whisper through every sunrise, every dusk, every passing hour. God's keeping does not end with morning. It continues through each moment you live, through every season you walk, through every unseen grace that meets you quietly in your days. The sun climbs slowly now, golden and new. The world stirs, awakening beneath its light. You feel its warmth, gentle on your face. And as you breathe, you understand, His keeping did not rest when you did. It simply changed shape. From watchfulness to guidance. From shelter to strength. From the peace of the night to the promise of the day. You walk now beneath the same sky that covered you through the night. Only the colors have changed. His care has not. For whether it is shadow or sunlight, silence or song, He is the same. And He is with you. Always. The dawn unfolds slowly, like a breath drawn by the earth itself. The sky softens from silver to gold, and the hills awaken with quiet warmth. The world stirs, not in haste, but in reverence. Birds begin to sing softly, their voices threading through the early air like threads of praise. Each note feels ancient, echoing the psalm that has watched over you through the night. The long vigil of darkness has passed. Yet the promise remains, unbroken, unwary, unending. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in, from this time forth, and even forevermore. Oi! The words are no longer only comfort for the night. They have become the light of the morning. You begin to see them not just as something spoken to you, but as something spoken through you. You are part of this rhythm of divine care, the kept one becoming the witness. Each morning when you rise, you carry that promise with you. You become the proof of His faithfulness, the living echo of His keeping. Every breath you take, every kindness you give, every burden you release into His hands, all of it becomes an act of gratitude to the one who never left your side. You remember the nights when your heart trembled, when your prayers were only whispers, when peace seemed far. But now, in the soft light of dawn, you see what was true all along. You were never alone. Every shadow had His shape hidden within it. Every silence held His presence. Every unanswered question was met with His quiet watchfulness. He preserved you. He carried you. He watched over every step that brought you to this moment. And as the morning light wraps itself around you, you realize that His keeping was never meant only to protect. It was meant to transform. To teach your heart to rest, even as it moves through the world. To see His hand not only in safety, but in surrender. In trust. In love that does not ask to understand before believing. The light grows brighter now. It spills through the window, through the air, through you. And for a moment, it feels like time itself has slowed. You are aware of everything and nothing all at once, the hum of the world awakening, the steady rhythm of your own heartbeat, the whisper of peace that has followed you through the night. You are here. You are whole. You are held. The keeper's presence does not fade with sunrise. He is the light you see, the warmth you feel, the stillness beneath your thoughts. He does not watch you from afar. He lives within your every breath. Every moment of your day is folded into His keeping. Every step you take is traced by His mercy. Every ending you face is softened by His promise. And when the day grows long again, when you tire, when the sun begins to lower and the sky changes color once more, He will still be there. The same as now. The same as before. The same forever. Take one slow, deep breath. Let it fill you with light. And as you exhale, feel peace settle deeper. The night has passed, the morning has come, and through both, He has kept you. Not for a moment, not for a day, but for always. The hills still stand. The stars still rest above the brightening sky. And within all of creation, one truth remains unshaken. The Lord watches over you. The Lord keeps you. The Lord preserves your soul. From this time forth, and forevermore. The morning has fully awakened now. The light stretches wide across the land, soft and golden. The last traces of night have dissolved, yet the peace it carried remains, resting quietly within you. The world hums again, distant voices, footsteps, the song of life beginning anew. But you, for this moment, stay still. Wrapped in the calm that the psalm has left behind. I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come? Oi! You remember how it began. A question whispered into the night. A search for assurance in a world too vast to understand. And now, as light fills the earth, that question no longer trembles with uncertainty. It stands firm with faith. My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Oi! From darkness to dawn, from question to confidence. The psalm has led you gently through the landscape of trust. Every line, every breath, every heartbeat carrying you closer to stillness. You began in the shadow of the hills. You now stand beneath a sky painted with light. And through it all, the same truth remains: the Lord has watched over you. He has neither slumbered nor slept. He has kept your soul in peace. You feel the quiet strength of that keeping now. It is not loud or forceful. It hums softly within you like the steady rhythm of breath. It reminds you that every dawn is a continuation of His promise. The same eyes that saw you through the night will see you through the day. The same hand that steadied your dreams will steady your steps. Look toward the horizon. The hills still rise in the distance, their shapes softened by morning light. They have stood since before the psalm was first sung. Silent, steadfast witnesses to every generation that has lifted its gaze in hope. They do not move. They do not fade. And neither does He. The same God who guarded the psalmist guards you. The same keeper who held Israel holds your life within his care. You may not see his face, but you see his traces everywhere. In the golden light on the hills. In the calm of your heart after a restless night. In the strength that comes quietly when you thought you had none left. His keeping is written into the rhythm of every day. Sun and shadow. Sleep and waking. Silence and song. Each one carrying his presence within it. Take one final breath in this sacred stillness. Let it be slow. Let it be deep. Let it remind you that you are alive, and more than that, you are kept. The Lord is your keeper. Not just of your body, but of your being. Not just of this night, but of all time. From this moment forth, and forevermore. And as you rise to meet the day, carry this peace with you. You do not leave his presence behind when you step into the light. You walk within it. The world before you may be wide, uncertain, loud. But beneath every sound is a quieter truth, the hum of divine faithfulness. The eternal heartbeat of the one who watches over you. You can go now, into the day, into the world, into whatever awaits. You can walk without fear, rest without doubt, breathe without worry. For the Lord, your keeper, goes with you. The maker of heaven and earth holds you still. And as your steps move forward, the words remain behind, gentle, steady, unending. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in. From this time forth, and forevermore.